As we prepare for our 2024 Moten Family Reunion, which will be held on August the 10th, 2024, we are pleased to have with us 5 of our eldest family members from the Moten family. But first, before we get started, let me introduce our moderator, Kiwana Moten Smith. Woohoo! And she will actually be sharing or asking our senior members, elder members, to share some of the history of our Moten family.
Yes. So my name is Kiwana Moten, and I am going to be narrating the video that we have today with the 5 elders. Joining us today are the elders of Ethel Moten. We have Miss Frances, and we have cousin Sam. And then we have from Rosetta's family, her daughter Earlene and her son Ralph.
And hopefully Paul.
And hopefully cousin Paul too. He is a part of Ethel's family.
Yes.
Paul? He's not here, but he's
Hoss Hill.
He's a part of Hoss Hill also.
Yeah.
So, what was it like growing up back in the day on Hoss Hill? Uncle Ralph, I see that you have on a Hoss Hill turkey bowl hat. Can you give me a little bit of information about that?
Yes, we used to play football, the younger guys against the older guys. That was every Thanksgiving. And I probably played from maybe 17 up until about 20. Like I say, we used to play every Thanksgiving in time for the other people at home to get the turkey dinner ready. And right after we finished playing the turkey bowl on the playground, we would have a few drinks of Coke, Pepsi, orange,
And other unmentionables.
and other unmentionables.
Other unmentionables, okay, I like that.
80, 90, and 100.
Fruit.
So, okay. And we did that every year until I got married, and then I stopped there.
Did the elderly ever win? The older gentlemen, the seasoned
Yes.
veterans, did y'all win, or
Well,
did
it
they?
went back and forth, back and forth.
Okay, so sometimes the young bucks took the win, sometimes the.
The older ones would win. It was up and down.
Okay, so the older gentleman would school the young bucks on,
Well, that
who
was-
ran Halls Hill.
Yes, true. that.
Okay.
So do you recall, or?
Do you recall, Grammy, anything about growing up back in the day on Halls Hill?
yes. Let's see. Where should I start?
How about the fight that you got into? I didn't hear about that.
I was in school and I tell them I was a child and didn't know no better.
But you told me you got in 2 fights, which I'm really shocked to hear from you.
Well, the first fight, truly, I really don't know why I was fighting, but I told this girl to put a stick on her shoulder, and she dared me to knock it off, and I knocked it off, and then we started duking. Chester Snowden, well, y'all don't know him. That's Phyllis Costner's
You know
brother.
him,
Yeah,
Uncle Ralph?
Yeah, I know him, yeah. He said, Earlene, what are you doing? Come on in and go home. You know, you shouldn't be up here on this, up here fighting.
Did you get in trouble at home?
No.
Didn't
Mama
hear-
didn't hear
didn't
nothing
hear
about it.
about it.
He took me on, I went on home like he said.
Oh, okay, so that way you wouldn't get in trouble.
Right.
You was gonna go home and do what you're
Yeah.
supposed to do.
Mhm.
Okay. Follow your parents. Or
Yeah.
follow follow the rules, what you're
Oh.
supposed to do.
Yes. But, I don't know what grade I was in there, but anyway, we were coming from school.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the second fight, I don't even remember the second one, I forgot.
Sometimes it's good to forget,
Yeah, true that.
but you don't want to remember.
Cousin Florine, what was it?
Francis.
I'm sorry, Cousin Frances, I apologize. Cousin Frances, what was it like for you growing up on Hoss Hill?
Give me
I don't understand what you want me to talk about.
good times.
What are some of the good times you remember about being on Hoss Hill
Growing up.
growing up?
Not really, because we were limited to where we lived.
Can you elaborate a little bit more?
Limited as far as you could go.
Limited as far as you could go.
Yeah.
There used to be a store down there near you, Miss Allen's.
And can you remember the time when you all used to play across the street and Paul fell into a creek? Can you tell them about that?
You said cousin Paul fell into a creek.
Yeah, before
What did he do?
it was built up over here, there used to be a creek
Mm-hmm.
that ran from, I don't know how far it went, all the way across the county.
Mm-hmm.
And Mom told us to stay away from the creek.
Mm-hmm.
And Paul went down there one day and fell in the creek.
Oh wow. What happened to Paul once he fell in the creek? Did he get in trouble?
He got in trouble with Mom. And we got in trouble too because we weren't supposed to leave the yard.
Oh. Is that something that y'all were told when you were little to never leave the yard and you disobeyed?
And don't go near the creek.
Don't go near the creek.
And he was so inquisitive that he crossed the street and went. He crossed the lot and went and fell in the creek.
Oh, he did what he wanted to do.
Yeah, and Mama punished all of us.
What kind of punishment did you guys get when you crossed the creek?
Well, it wasn't too much difference between going and not going because she already told us not to leave the yard. And he left the yard and he had to go and fall in the creek.
Did you have to leave your own switch?
Health department.
Yeah, I guess we had to go out there and find a switch.
Y'all had to find your own switch to get disciplined with? Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys another little question. What was it like living during times when white and black families were in separate communities?
So today we live in communities where whites and blacks and Hispanics are all in one community. Did you live in a community that was all black? Was it a mixed community?
All black.
All black?
Yeah, which I
It
enjoyed.
was all black.
All black?
All black.
Down at 17th Street was a black wall, and we, white people lived on one side of that wall, and black people lived on the other. And we didn't go down there.
17th Street, you're right. Down about the hospital, you're right.
Were you not allowed to go past 17th Street? Or was it uncomfortable? Or were you afraid?
Yeah,
What was going on?
Our mom told us to stay where we belong, stay in the yard.
Was it uncomfortable for y'all? How did it make you feel knowing that you couldn't go down there?
She told us to do it, and we did it, except for Paul went down there and fell in the creek. And I thought she
Never
was
forgot
going
it.
to switch all of us.
Oh, wow. Oh my.
All of you got switched?
No, she didn't.
But you thought she would, right?
Yeah.
Well, what was it like? Were you ever made to feel comfortable, either at school, uncomfortable at school, in the community, when you went grocery shopping? We've heard of a time that's called Jim Crow, where blacks were not allowed to do certain things in the communities, or weren't able to participate in certain schools with the whites. So we call it Jim Crow, and there were laws actually that banned blacks from participating in certain activities, or what schools you had to attend. Did you have an
We
experience?
attended John M. Langston because that was the only school school we could go to.
in Hoffman
And
Ball.
after we finished the grade that John and Langston, we had to go to South Arlington to Hoffman Bus.
Right.
Okay.
How did y'all get to school?
School bus.
But
Oh, y'all rode the school bus?
Mom and Dad sent us into Washington to Francis Junior High School.
That's true.
I went to Francis.
Is that Washington, D.C.?
Yeah,
Yes.
Francis.
Yeah.
I didn't go with both. I don't think I went.
We had to
a
catch
semester.
the bus and go into Washington to school because there was no school bus.
Now, on the school bus, did you guys sit with the others, or were you segregated on the school
We
bus?
were all black.
So was it all
We
black?
didn't have a school bus.
I rode the school bus.
So, okay, so you didn't have a school bus, but Earl, you're saying
I
that
had
you
a school
actually
bus. Yeah, I rode the school bus.
Okay, what about
We
you, Brown?
had, it was public transportation, but we had to sit in the back of the bus.
Okay.
Oh, that's the public bus. Public bus, we had to sit in the back.
Okay, on a
Okay.
public bus.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever have to walk to school?
No, well,
No.
we had a school bus
Okay.
That took y'all to school.
that took us
Yeah.
to school from Halls Hill to Jones
After we
Hill.
got kicked out, they caught us. We were not supposed to go from
To an office.
Virginia into Washington to
Watch
school.
us kiss the bus.
And when they caught us, I was about to graduate from Cardozo.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So you all were not supposed to go to school in DC?
You had to pay tuition.
Oh, you had to pay.
Had to pay tuition to go to school?
You had
We
to-
used to use on
had
the
to have a
address.
relative
Yes,
there.
we
Oh, okay.
went to school in Washington by using a relative's address.
Relative.
Okay, what was the other option? Hoffman Boston?
Yeah.
So is that,
Yeah.
you didn't want to attend Hoffman Boston? Or if not, why? Why did you not want to go to Hoffman Boston?
Because there was no transportation down there from North Arlington to South Arlington.
Okay, so you would have had to walk from North Arlington to South Arlington?
That's too far.
It was too far of a
I
walk?
went the bus.
Maybe
It's too far.
the years are different, but when I started, they had it.
We had bus.
Okay.
Okay, so when you started, they had a
That's
bus.
why we chose to go into Washington to school.
Okay, I
Okay.
see. Okay, these are really some good things that you're sharing with us, but what are some of your favorite memories?
What are some of your favorite memories growing up when you lived in Halls Hill, or as a little girl, little boy,
Teenage?
teenager? What are some of your favorite memories that you?
Let's share some of the teen years.
Yeah, tell us about some of the teen years. Talk to some of our teen generation that we have about what you guys did and some of your memories, like music. What kind of music did you guys listen to? You got dances.
But you did enjoy your time.
What did y'all do for fun?
I guess we like to we like to party.
All right. You like to party.
You like to party?
That's still popular today.
That's still popular. What are some of the things you did,
They
Granny?
had a house party. I didn't go to many house parties. We went to D.C. Go to the
I
clubs.
guess
How did you get to DC? On the bus?
Yeah,
after we were gone,
catch the bus.
I
We
had
had the bus,
parties
we
at my
had
house.
cars then also.
Oh, okay.
We can go in them cars.
Oh, man.
Allie Boris, Nanny Faye, Daisy Johnson. We all kept caught the bus right there, the Edison Street, Lee Highway.
Into DC.
In the
Yeah,
DC.
D.C.
Going to party.
14th Street. You know, bars on both sides of the street.
That's what you did when you were a teenage, like in your teenage years, 20s?
20.
17, 16.
Right,
Wait a minute.
teenage.
Oh, you got to
Teenage.
drink when you're 16, 17?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Oh,
They don't ask for no drinks.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about
Yeah, what
They
kind?
wanted
What
their
you
money.
what you want? Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And I've heard a lot about the 14th and U Street corridors. I mean, they're back in the day. I don't know,
Yes.
Billie Holiday or some of the stars would actually be featured in some of the clubs along U Street, 14th
U
Street.
Street plus over there at the Howard
The
Theater.
Howard University, we used to stand in line to get in Howard University.
My parents didn't let me do that. If I did it, it was after
You-
I was grown.
You,
Yes.
you and I went one time.
Oh.
Howard Theater, we had to stand in line.
And there was a mock theater in
Well, the Mott was open
In
too.
Washington.
The Mott?
Mott
Yeah, we used to
Theater.
go to the Mott Theater.
The Mott Theater, okay.
Was the only theater we could go to.
How about the Howard Theater?
How about the Howard?
Stage show.
Stage show at the Howard Theater.
After I was grown, they
Oh.
went up to the Howard.
Okay.
I remember standing out there in the cold to see Louis Jordan, I think.
Yeah.
There's some good stars.
Oh,
What are
what-
some,
Because the line was all the way around the building.
Yeah, true there.
what are some family memories that you guys have together since you guys are cousins? Like, what kind of memories do you guys have as being cousins and brothers and
Well,
sisters?
I guess like growing up with them, we mostly would maybe play in the street together. Or even we'd be on Ethel's house looking at TV because we didn't have a TV. And then it was, like playing in the street. And we didn't go no farther than that.
What are some of the things y'all, what are some of the games y'all used to play in the street?
We played ball and,
Well, we used to play hide and
wasn't that many
seek
cars.
and hopscotch.
Yeah,
Dodgeball, hopscotch.
George.
Yeah.
Dodge was mostly a girls' game, but we had to have
Hey,
something
yeah.
to do.
Go along with the flow, right? Go with the flow.
Okay, okay.
Well, some people consider it unique or a blessing to be able to have family living on, every street within 5-block community. What was it like having relatives almost on every block within your neighborhood?
Well, like I say, to me, it was
Not on every block.
Very close by.
Like very close by.
Yeah, like close.
It was okay. We went to their house and they came to ours. And we played out in the street.
Yeah, right.
Did y'all all get along when y'all were growing up? Or did y'all pick on each other?
No, no.
Oh, we
Might
got
have been a
along
few.
pretty good. We didn't have no choice. We
Yeah,
had to
I
get
don't know
along.
no fighting going on. Not really.
Hmm. How about any annual trips like
When
that?
Mom said, get along, you got along.
You got along. I heard that.
Okay, amen to that.
So were there any traditional
Trips that y'all
trips
did?
or
Did y'all go
vacations?
vacations or somewhere?
Oh, we used to go to, we had vacation Bible school.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Yeah, we went to vacation.
that Saturday, Mr. Montrose Jackson had a van. And we'd go get in the van and go to the beach.
What beach did y'all go to? Do you remember?
Well,
Oh, Carl's was Sprite.
no, we didn't. Not then. We went to I think it was
Sparrows?
Sandy. No, it wasn't Sandy Point.
Sandy Point?
I think we went to.
And at the end of
Maybe we did go to Sandy Point.
Sandy Point?
It was at Sparrows Beach. Does that ring a bell?
Sandy Point, to the beach.
Ah.
Sparrows Beach.
We used to go to that, but the minister stopped and didn't think that was a nice place to take, drinking and going on, everything going on.
Mm-hmm.
So he stopped. And we did go to Sparrows and Carl's Beach first, yeah. And then later on we went to
Sparrows and Cars.
Yeah.
Those are the only two beaches we could go to.
Oh, okay.
later on we went to what did I
It was at the beach that you
That'd
found.
be Rock Creek Park.
Oh, Rock Creek Park.
Yeah, we
That
got
was a
it.
beach?
I stood too close to the
No,
to the bank and slipped down in the water. And I was just hauled, and Eugene got in the water and took me out.
Yeah, we used to go to Rock Creek Park.
Where I fell in the water.
Okay, we'll ask her a question. Francis, did you ever fall in the water?
Yeah,
Cousin Francis, have you ever fallen in the water?
I fell in.
No, because I can't swim.
I couldn't swim either
Okay,
while I was
ask
crying.
Ralph a question.
Uncle Ralph, can you swim?
Out in dog pedal, they call that. It's not a long stroke, but it's like the dog do the dog.
Okay.
It moves you.
That'll keep you alive, too. That'll keep you from going under.
Yeah, so there you go.
Okay, to keep you alive.
Everybody could swim except me.
Yeah, I couldn't swim.
Grammy said she
But
couldn't
like I say,
swim.
all the kids,
Yeah, I was like that water in my face. Ooh.
kids.
Yeah, yeah. So, really, you want to call the name?
And in Rock Creek Park, the water wasn't, it was just a creek.
Yeah, we had plenty, a whole lot of water in it. Why was I crying? 'Cause that water was deep, water was
Yeah.
deep.
So, cousin Francis,
You know, slip down in real quick and scared me.
cousin Francis, what do you hope to see from our family in the future?
Then we get together once in a while.
This is why we're having a family reunion. We haven't had one in 20 years. So this,
Yeah, it's been a long time.
it has been, yes ma'am. Grammy, what would you like to see from our family for the future?
I'd like to see us, you know, get together
Mhm.
more often.
Than just every 20 years for like a family reunion? Uncle,
Well, I'm
Uncle
the
Ralph?
same there. I can't think of anything else but more gatherings.
Gatherings, more gatherings. Yeah.
So we can't have the house parties no more.
Why not?
We can still have house parties, we just got to tame them down a little bit.
House party.
Cousin Francis, what is one piece of advice you have for our family?
Well, I guess that we should get together once in a while.
Yeah, for what reason?
For what reason?
Make sure everybody's doing all right and see if we can help one another if it's needed.
Yeah,
Grammy, what's one piece of advice?
that's what I would like to, you know, family get together more.
Uncle
And to
Ralph?
show love
Yeah,
and togetherness.
yeah, get together to love.
How do you feel about the accomplishments that some of the younger generation has done, Grammy? Like the kids, so you know, going to college, graduating from college, serving in the military. How do you feel about that and them starting careers?
Yeah, because I made
Well,
a,
that's a good thing.
I met you, and I had graduated.
From high school?
Malik graduated from college.
Yes.
Sorry.
KJ
Yes.
graduated from college.
Janaya,
Janaya,
Star,
Star,
Sunshine.
Sunshine.
Malik's also
Still in
serving.
the ring.
He's in the Marines, so yeah, he's doing a dual career. How do you feel about that, Uncle Big Ralph?
Well, I feel great about it because, like I say, I do have one great grandson that will be the next Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
He's really doing great. That's
Okay.
on Ralph's side.
Yes, that's Christian Moten, who is Ralphie Moten's son, Ralph and Erica Moten's son. Yes.
Right. And like I say, you know, I wish the best for him,
Mhm.
and I wish the best for everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
Cousin Francis,
Yes.
do you have any family that has graduated from college or served our country? Or careers, great careers that you can brag about or share?
Yeah, well,
Lee,
Paul graduated from college.
oh, yeah,
Sam, what did Sam do? Sam went to business school, I think. Carrie got his PhD.
Wow.
Charles was in the military.
Yeah.
Charles was in the military?
Yeah,
That's good.
he retired he was retired military.
Oh, okay. Do you know by any chance what branch he finished out?
I think he was in the Army.
Charles went to the Army?
I think it was Coleman.
Corpsman? Okay. Okay. That's good. Uncle Ralph, what's one piece of advice or family values that you would share?
Charles was in the Army.
Yeah.
Like to see it have us pass on.
That you would like to see us pass on? Like what's one piece of advice that you could share and pass on, or what is family values that you could share and pass on to the fourth and fifth and sixth generation that we have?
Well, I would say share your love.
I don't understand what
And
you're
give
saying.
your love
Mm-hmm.
to the max. Not just a little bit here, a little bit there, but all the love you got, give it.
Okay. Grammy, what about you?
You know, basically same, yes. Love, love, love.
Love. Cousin Francis, what piece of advice or family values can you share? Something that you would like the next generation to carry on and continue on with the fourth and the fifth and the sixth generations that we have in our family.
Well, that they should finish their education as far as they can.
Okay. Okay.
If they're prepared through education, then they can do whatever they want to do.
Amen. Amen. Okay. All right. So you young folks, y'all heard that. Cousin Francis said, finish your education. So, if anything, remember Cousin Francis said that to y'all. Education is important.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, and I did have, as far as I know, one Ralph, he graduated in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I think Donna went through, what you call the one that you get afterwards.
What
Navy.
did you say?
No, your graduation, you know, and when you don't finish high school, but you go back and get your
GED.
GED.
Yes.
Pause for 1 second. We're going to pull Sam in. We just got him back on the line. So, there you are.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, handsome.
Oh boy, liar, liar, fan.
That's one piece of advice.
I had a technical issue, but I'm back.
Cousin Sam,
Yes.
what is one piece of advice that you can give to the family?
Oh my
And I'm
word.
sorry, the next
Love each other.
and the next generation.
Love and support each other.
Yes.
Love seems to be the big, huge thing. Cousin Sam, since we didn't get an answer from you, what was it like for you growing up in Halls Hill?
He grew up in
You know,
up in the bottom.
I have I can look back
Mm-hmm.
and it's easier than it was coming this way. Looking back is easier than coming this way.
Okay.
But it formed me and those in my family. It was noteworthy. My oldest brother, you may or may not have heard of him. It was Harry Morrison. They all called him Harry Lee up on Halls Hill.
Okay.
Harry got a PhD in physics, chemistry, and math,
Wow.
and was the first black physicist to teach at the new Air Force Academy in Colorado. And in spite of all the promises that they made him, he left and he went to California, where he got a job as a physicist at Berkeley, where he stayed for 40 years. He was so noteworthy that everybody was interviewing him. And when they would ask him where he came from, he would always tell them he was from Halls Hill. And of course, California media doesn't know where Halls Hill is, never heard of it.
So they probably say Washington, D.C.
No, well, they never heard of it.
Okay.
Halls Hill, where is Halls Hill? So he said it's in Virginia, it's in Arlington. But that's where I'm from. And he looked at Halls Hill very fondly and would come back often for visits. And I was able to take him around, and he just wanted to drive through the neighborhood. and point to the houses that he knew and the people that he knew that lived there. But it was always a very pleasant experience for him. And I tend to see it through the same lenses. And you know, we all know it wasn't right, it wasn't fair, it wasn't a lot of things. But that's what we had, and we had to do the most with it. And so I don't look back with any displeasure at all.
Okay, given that you said things weren't right, can you explain to the younger generation, because you know some of them never experienced any unjust treatments. When you say it wasn't right, it wasn't fair, what specifically are you referring to?
Well, what I'm saying is Halls Hill was in the South, and the South was experiencing segregation, which means that we had to live with that. Our schools were segregated, businesses were segregated. I went to a segregated school system totally, from elementary school through high school. And the textbooks that we would get at what was Hoffman Boston High School then had writing in the margins where they passed them down to us. And looking back, the phrase that I coined, we were minorities, and the tail does not wag the dog.
Uncle Sam, can you share?
The tail follows the rest of the body and keeps his mouth shut. But we were all standing, waiting for a chance to change things, and we did. That Moten family were just an incredible group of people, just like the Morrison family. Incredible group of people, and we were all able to rise above it all and have a better life.
Cousin Sam, can you give me some memories of what it was like growing up for you as a child or a teenager? Some of the
Oh,
things.
we don't have enough time.
Can you share a few with? Can you share a few? Some of the things you did.
You know what? One thing, I was talking to Earlene a couple of months ago, and as we always do when we talk, we look back. And I knew all of her mother's kids. I knew all of them. And it suddenly dawned on me, and she pointed it out, there were 9 of us. And I said, my God, you're right. But it never dawned on me back then. And there were 5 of us. And so we were a close group of people. So we kind of entertained each other and didn't look outside of that group for anything, because that group contained everything that we needed at that time. So, but our parents kept it very positive. And as people say, well, we didn't know we were poor. Well, we knew we were poor because
I didn't know.
when we lived, we moved from Edison and 22nd Street down to the lower part of Edison Street. There were 7 of us in that house with no running water. So you can imagine what that was like.
Yes.
But we did it. We did it. And when we were going through it, we didn't see it as what we don't have, what we do have. We just took care of business and got through it the best way we could, because we had parents that drove us to look at it that way. You know, just don't get the water. And that's what we did. But I enjoyed our childhood because we played a lot. Our houses were so small we couldn't play inside. So parents would tell us to go outside and play. And it was always a lot of creativity and playing outside with each other and looking back then, it was a lot of fun. And but we never had toys. We had to make everything that we had. We would find a long stick tree limb and tie a piece of rope around it, and that was a horse. And we'd run around the yard, the street. But that was our childhood. And it was filled with great memories. My mom, Dad kept us strong. And whenever we'd be talking to my mother, if need, she would say, straighten your face up and stick your chest out. And we did. And I still hear that now. And there's a saying, the older I get, the smarter my parents were. And I certainly believe that now. I really do. And I have grandkids now. And to see them, a statement that we had back then, you live like white people. I mean, they have everything under the sun, everything. My one granddaughter is 5, the other one is 3, and they have iPads. And I saw that, and my mouth was open. Those kids have iPads. More importantly, they're operating them. 5 years old and 2 years old.
You learn easy over
It's just unimaginable. But going back to our childhood, and I would see the Motens, who were very close to us, we were very close to them. And looking back, the last time I saw Reginald, he came to a funeral here in Arlington, in Halls Hill. And I looked at him and just started crying. And he embraced me, and he said things would be all right. And I feel the same way when I see Earlene, knowing what we all came through and seeing them as strong individuals, raise strong kids. To me, it's mind-boggling. Mind-boggling.
You left Ralph out.
What did he say?
He said you left Ralph out.
Said what?
You left Ralph out.
No, you can't leave Ralph out. You might try, but you can't leave Ralph out.
He'll let you know.
Ralph and I are basically the same age.
Okay. Great.
And we were constant companions because we were all both the same age.
Okay.
And I remember this little bow-legged kid, feisty, strong, a lot of willpower. That was Ralph. And
Thank you.
I remember when our mother took her over, his mother took care of my mother, took me over, and we had photographs taken. The photographer and Washington, D.C. was Sherlock's. And I still see him in his little uniform. and me in my little uniform. We both looked like we were scared to death. Probably were.
Uncle Sam, can I
But it was, so we did a lot of things together.
Cousin Sam, can I ask you another question?
Sure.
I'm going to ask Erling first. Grammy, describe being poor. You said you didn't know you were.
We didn't because, like I say, we didn't have much, but what we had,
Mm-hmm.
you know, we always had something to eat. Didn't know where it was going to come from, but, you know, like I say, we didn't know we were poor, but we didn't know it. We didn't feel like we were poor because we always had something.
Cousin Francis, describe being poor, but you didn't know you were poor.
Because Mom fixed food for us.
Mm-hmm.
It was cheap food, but it was food.
Yeah.
Mm.
And she used to bake bread. And she used to make cakes. So we didn't really know that we were poor.
Uncle Big Ralph, same question.
Well, I would still go it the same way because, like you say, we still never went hungry. And like you say, it was always something to eat. And as far as you might run short on the clothing once in a while, or you might have put a piece something down in your shoe. You know,
Piece of cardboard. Yeah.
Piece of cardboard.
Yeah.
The water out.
Yeah.
Right, piece of cardboard in your shoe. But other than that, it was great.
But I got too hungry. I go to Miss Edge's house. She always had something.
Yeah, right.
Cause she told me, this was after I was still young. She'd get about the chair, walk across the floor. I'd get up and walk behind her.
Oh,
Just keep doing that 2-3 times. She said, Early, what do you want?
yeah. Oh, okay.
Piece of bread. I was real young then. I don't even remember, but she told me later on.
Yeah, Miss
Piece of
Edge,
bread.
she was good.
Yeah, she was good, just like a second mother.
Yeah.
And Cousin Sam, you said you didn't know.
Yeah.
You didn't know. Describe being poor, but you didn't know you were poor.
Describe.
Being poor, but didn't know you were poor.
No, we knew we were poor.
Oh, he knew what he said.
Trust me. Hall's Hill was nestled between 17th Street to the south, down Edison Street, and Lee Highway. And white folks had us nestled in Hall's Hill. We could see what they had. And we knew we were poor. Just like everybody out there. When you don't have indoor plumbing, you know that something ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
We had to go out back to an outhouse,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did too.
Wow.
and it didn't matter what the temperature was. You had
Okay.
to go out there, and that's the way it was. And we knew the white folks didn't do that. So they just go up the hallway. So I think that's what some people say, and they can believe that if they wish. But we knew we were poor, and but it didn't slow us down. It didn't stop us. It didn't change our mindset.
Okay.
That society made sure you knew you were poor because you couldn't go out and get a job that the white folks had. So I think that people say that, and I'm sure it's kind of a misnomer.
Mm-hmm.
But we knew we were poor.
Okay.
Trust me.
But I guess too, by being a kid, you really didn't think, it really didn't bother you. You're a kid, you know.
Okay.
So when the food was ready, they hollered,
Yeah,
come
come
on,
on, get it.
don't be late now. Don't be late.
Well, based on, what you've described as being happy and being fulfilled and sharing with family. Where did you look at other? You were in a nestled in, like you said, in a black community. But when you looked outside of your community, did you ever have a desire to want things to be different?
Well, I did.
You wish for it, but like I say,
You pray about it. You just keep wishing, or
Well, yeah, well, you keep wishing, and then you try to do things to make it better to obtain this.
yes.
You know?
Well, I know all of you worked really hard in your entire life, so you're very dedicated
I
to
started when I
success.
was 9.
Our entire life.
Exactly.
9 years old.
I know I must have been about 3 or 4
Nine?
years old.
9 years old, I was working at Heisman
service station. Yeah,
And I worked there until I was 15.
Oh, wow.
that's how you learn how to drive.
Yeah, I got my license on 15 too.
15 years old.
15 years old.
Got my car when I was 16.
Okay.
Had to quit school at 17, hard to say. But it was the car.
Or school.
Yeah,
Okay.
Call one over. Okay, well,
Grammy, can I ask one question? So, Grammy, what was it like? What was Sundays like? Did y'all go to church, or what was your Sunday
Sunday school.
routine?
Yeah, Sunday school.
Did y'all eat dinner together on Sundays, or was Sunday? So, like nowadays, most families don't sit down and eat dinner together. Was that something that was required of you to eat dinner together as a family?
I don't think we ate together. I think Mama probably she been children, would eat. She would eat later.
but all the children would eat together.
Yeah, yeah.
So all the children ate together.
Yeah.
Cousin Francis?
Yes.
So can you describe what Sundays was like for you? Did you go to church? Did you eat together as a family?
We went to Sunday, and then we went to church. We had dinner with the family.
Mm-hmm.
The bathroom is lost.
Cousin Francis, what would happen if someone didn't want to eat the dinner that was provided for them?
Go hungry. That's what Mama was
They
saying.
had to. They didn't have any choice.
Mm-hmm.
Mom made one meal
Mm-hmm.
for dinner, and make a meal, different meal for everybody. She said, if you don't eat it, you'll eat it tomorrow.
So she would save it for the next day?
You go hungry.
You eat
Oh,
it,
no,
you eat
I don't
it the
like
next
that.
day.
Go hungry.
Oh.
Don't eat it.
Hey, was my sister talking about me?
Cousin Sam, how was Sundays for you? Did you do dinner together as a family? Did you eat together? Did you go to church?
My mom was devout church. She sang in the choir, and it was a part of her strength, which became a part of our strength. We went to Sunday school, and which I also didn't like because I never had nice looking clothes to go, but I went. I know one time I went to Sunday school and I didn't have a clean shirt, so I wore one of Francis' blouses.
Oh, wow.
And and I could hear people sniggering, which is why when I got old enough, I told my mom, I don't want to go back up there again. And I was cowling because I knew she was going to take my head off. But she just said, all right, just go someplace. And that's when I became a Unitarian, after looking around for a bit. But that church was always a part of my mother, and it became a part of our strength. I don't remember my father ever going. My father worked very hard, and Sunday was his day of rest. But we certainly went, And Francis sang in the choir. I think Harry sang in the choir, and they enjoyed that very much.
We used to sing in the choir. Miss Audrey Newman made she was a singer. She made
The gowns, the
for
robes.
the junior.
Junior ushers.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, ushers.
Junior
Choir.
Junior choir. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time to answer questions and sharing your information and your history, and passing it on to our future generations that we have. I look forward to seeing all of you on August 10th, 2024 at our family reunion so that we can fellowship and gather in person together.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for giving us the opportunity.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you
Bye-bye.
soon.
See you
Bye-bye.
soon.
Yes.
Francis.
Francis.
Bye, Cousin Francis.
She's probably gone.
Can't hear, but hold on. It's your battery, it's over that side, I think.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you too.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.